Hello everyone, welcome to my Euro 2024 predictions. Today we're going to be going through every single group, every single match to determine who will win Euro 2024. And of course, along the way, I want you to join in through every single stage. Make sure that you jot down your predictions and let me know them in the comments section below. And now, without further ado, let's predict Euro 2024. We are of course going to start with the groups. Group A is first up on our list, so let's get right into it. Germany, as you will know from my preview, are quite an underrated side for me. I think they could really do quite a bit of damage in this tournament, and so for me, they get out of their group in top. Then it's a question of Switzerland, Hungary or Scotland. I think Switzerland have arguably the better squad out of these three, but Scotland you can never really underestimate. So I'm going to put Switzerland second, Scotland third, which means that Hungary go out. Looking at Group B now, we have Spain, Croatia, Italy and Albania. The group of major catastrophe here. Any of these teams could really make a shout, especially Italy, Croatia and Spain. Albania unfortunately have drawn the short straw here, but do not underestimate them. They really could do something. For me, I think Spain top the group, and while I do think that Croatia have something about them, I don't really see them performing too well in Euro tournaments. They do fantastic at the World Cup, but I just don't see where it comes through for them in Euro 2024. So for me, Spain qualify top, Italy qualify second, Croatia third, and Albania unfortunately go out. Moving on, we can see Group C. England's group, of course. Now, if you've seen my England preview for Euro 2024, you'll know that I'm quite concerned when it comes to England's defence. And when we look at England in comparison to the rest of the teams, I do think there's an upset. And I say this in my preview. I think England are a prime candidate for an early, huge upset. And for me, I think Denmark actually qualify top. England qualifies second, Serbia third, which means that Slovenia, unfortunately for them, go out. Moving on, we can see Group D, another hugely highly contested group with France, Netherlands, Poland and Austria. France, I think for me, completely ticks this box, completely tops this group, and I think it's closely followed by the Netherlands, who are also quite an underrated quantity. Now, I think a lot of people will look at Poland and think Robert Lewandowski, he's going to fire Poland to victory. Whereas actually, I gotta say, I think Poland are quite poor. And for me, Austria under Ralf Rangnick really could pull up a couple of trees. So I'm going to put them in third, and I think Poland go out. That's quite a contentious call, and I can understand why some people might not like it, but I really do think that's going to be the case. Looking at Group E, we have Ukraine, Slovakia, Belgium and Romania. Now, Belgium, I think, are going to be fine in this group. I don't think this is the strongest Belgium side that we've seen in quite some time, but I still think they'll make it out of here fine. Then I'm looking towards Ukraine. I think they've got a mixture of real competitiveness, I think they've got some quality, and I think they've just got enough to beat out the likes of Slovakia and Romania. So for me, Ukraine come out second. Then it's between Slovakia and Romania, and comparing the two squads, I don't think you can really take too many of them apart. But I'm going to go for Slovakia in third and Romania exit the group stage, unfortunately. Finally, we have Group F. Portugal, Czechia, Georgia and Turkey. Right. I think Portugal top this group pretty fine. I think they're okay. I think they are really one of the favourites out of this group. You then look at Czechia, you look at Georgia and Turkey. I think Turkey finished second, then Czechia finished third, and Georgia just go out. It's unfortunate for Kvaratskhelia, but that's just the way I see it going. And these are the groups. We've rattled through that pretty quickly, and I don't think we've got too many too wrong here. But of course, let me know your predictions in the comments below. And let's move on to the knockouts. Now it's time for the knockouts, but first of all we need to narrow the 6 teams in third place down to 4. So first of all, I think Croatia is by far and away the obvious candidate for first here. Then we're looking at the likes of Serbia, Austria, and I believe Scotland. So I'm going to put Scotland In second, perhaps, I think Serbia and Austria, I still think are going to be quite the surprise package. Going into the tournament, I don't think many people have looked at it, but Ralf Rangnick really could get something out of this squad, and they're really, really hard working. Watch out for them to really make a bit of a splash. And it's round of 16 time. These are the ties, and unfortunately for England to begin, this is where it starts to get a little bit messy. Germany, for me, I think have too much for this England squad. Being home Euros and being the fact that they've started to click at the right time. I mentioned England's defence and my concern with that on numerous occasions. For me, Germany just get ahead of England. Then you're looking at Switzerland against Italy. I think Italy have more than enough to be able to handle Switzerland. Spain play Scotland. Now, as much as we like the Scottish drive and determination, I think Spain are going to have a little bit too much. I see Denmark getting above Austria. Portugal and Serbia is set out to be quite a decent game, and of course I do think that Portugal are going to make it through. The Netherlands play Ukraine, another really interesting time. Mykhailo Mudryk I think is really going to start to come to the forefront in these matches. However, I think the Netherlands have a little bit too much balance, a little bit too much quality, and they're going to go ahead. Belgium versus Croatia is the highlight tie aside from Germany versus England, and I think that it's more of a toss-up that a lot of people give them credit for. Belgium are not the same side. Kevin De Bruyne is still there, yes, but he's really not himself. And unfortunately, I don't really see where too many more steps for Belgium come. That being said, I do think they might get one over on Croatia, but this one's a 50-50 for me. Could be one or the other. I'm going to say Belgium here, but Croatia could have a real good shot at getting through here. And for me, France beat Turkey. That leads us through into the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals, the moment that teams can really start to dream. You're 2 games away from the final, and then of course, anything can happen. So let's go through it. Spain play Germany. Now, again, I mentioned the fact that it's a home Euros, and while that doesn't normally carry too much weight when it comes to international competition, for some reason in me, I do think that Germany are going to be able to take that. I think they've got a good balance in their squad, and I do look at Spain's striking position as something of a problem. Perhaps I'm reading a little bit too much into it, perhaps I'm not giving Morata enough credit, but I just think that Germany will just get the edge here, so they go through for me. Portugal will then play against the Netherlands. Now, if you've seen my Portugal preview, you know that I really, really rate them, and unfortunately I think they're going to have too much for the Netherlands in this particular moment. Well, unfortunate for the Dutch, of course. Portugal go through for me. Belgium play France, and this is where the likes of Belgium or Croatia would really slip up for me. I think France have far too much, so they go through. Finally, Denmark play against Italy, and I've got to say that I think this Italian side are something of an underrated quantity here. I do think they're going to get through, but whether they can carry it through to the final remains to be seen. And then there were four teams going into the semi-finals. Germany play Portugal and France play Italy. Let's get the easier one out of the way for me. I think France will have too much for this Italy side, and I think they'll make their way through into the final. The France are in the final, which means that we need to look at Germany and Portugal. Now, I think that Germany are a fantastic side, and I think they will surprise a number of people, as will Portugal. I think Portugal are a lot better than quite a few people are giving them credit for. Now, when I spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo in my preview, I did say that I thought he needed to be taken out of the starting 11 and put more into the squad as more of a supportive role. However, in these kind of moments, in these semi-final massive moments, is where he can really come to the forefront. The experience, the quality, the know-how of having been there, I think will be massive. And it's that difference that will allow Portugal to go through for me. I can see them beating Germany, the real host nation for Euro 2024. I can see Portugal winning, which means we have a final of Portugal against France. And something's telling me that the favourites for this tournament might not win. And so I've got Portugal winning Euro 2024. But of course, guys, let me know who you've got winning Euro 2024 in the comment section below. Stay tuned for all of our coverage over the tournament. Make sure you're subscribed, and yeah, let's enjoy the tournament. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you go check out the rest of my previews before Euro 2024 kicks in. And as I've said, make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned for all of the coverage coming up. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, take care.